Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Generation Africa. It's nice to have you all here. I am so excited to be here. Yes. So today our program starts big time, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things like how do you build skills, how do you grow your skills, how do you learn skills, which of the digital skills do you want to learn, how do you build, how do you maintain relationships, how do you focus, maintain positive mental health. All these things are what we're going to be talking about today. And I hope you were so excited because me, myself, I am. I'm really excited. And guess who we're going to be having today? We're going to be having somebody so special. His name is Master Samuel Kufre. Yeah, we're going to be having him join us shortly. So please, I want you to indicate if you're live, if you can watch us, let me know your name, where you're watching from, your name and where you're watching from. Okay, let me know your name and where you're watching from. Okay, please do that while we wait for other persons to join us. Okay, yeah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I am waiting. Okay, yes. So while we still wait for other persons to join us, I want you to um, let me know your name and where you're watching us from. Okay. Yes, I am Eke Emmanuel Ikechukwu. I am the co-founder of New Generation Africa. Actually, New Generation Africa started because we want to help African youth to become better persons. We want to help them to um, you know, get to this stage where they are excellent at whatever they do. So whether it's business, digital, any of the digital skills, academics, you just need excellence in you. So that is why we formed this group, this channel. Okay, that is the major aim. We want to inspire greatness in African youth. And I'm one of the African youth by God's grace. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah. So we want to do this across the board, no matter your country, Egypt, Cameroon, Morocco, South Africa, Tanzania. We just want to spread out the good news to everybody from wherever you are. So please, wherever you're watching me from, I want you to do me this good. Let me know your name and where you are watching from. And we're still waiting for more persons to join us before we start the session properly. So please tell your friends about the program. We have gone live.
Yeah, can you
Hi,
hear me?
Mr. Samuel. Good
Yeah,
evening.
hi. Good evening, sir. I hope you can hear me
Good
clearly.
evening. It's nice to have you on today's show.
I thank you very much. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
You can't hear me?
Check. Please muted.
Okay.
I Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You should be able to now.
Can you hear me? I really can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. So it's good to have you on our show today.
Thank you very much. I'm also happy to be here. The gift right now. I'm happy. Thank you very much for having me. How is it?
Thank you. Yeah, we are doing well. We thank God. I hope you had a nice day today. By the way,
Of course. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Everything is fine.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay.
So, hello everyone. I believe you can see us now. We started this session this afternoon. I can see Rejoice Ogenelbo. She's saying hi. Hi Rejoice. It's good to have you join us today. Please, I want to also know where you're joining us from. Okay, you say hi. I'm Rejoice. I'm joining from. You put your location. Okay, it's going to be better that way. Okay, and please, everybody, tell your friends, tell them they should join in on this session. All right, over to you, sir. So, it's good to have you again. Like I said,
I lost you a bit. I think there was a
are
network
you with me?
glitch. Yeah, I'm with you, but I lost you, and there was a network issue, so I didn't
Oh,
hear
great,
whatever you
great.
said previously.
Okay, okay. I was saying that I was welcoming people. Someone came in, and I was like, everyone, tell us your name and where you're joining us from. So that was basically what I said. Then I came back to you and I was like, thank you so very much. It's an honor and privilege to have you on our broadcast today. So would
Thank
you
you.
not mind? Thank you. Please, would you give me some minutes to go out and check on the Facebook to notify people that we've actually started? Just give me a few
Okay.
minutes.
No, no problem. No problem
Okay,
at all.
all right. I can see Nora. Ngozi Nora, you're so welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please give us a GP and I'll be back. Hi, everyone. Please give me a minute while I make this broadcast. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Samuel, I guess would have to start because we don't have time on our side, right?
Okay, no problem. I'm ready to start whenever you ask me to. You're the boss, so whenever you ask me to start, I'm
Uh,
ready.
though you are the senior boss. Okay, so please tell us a bit about yourself before we keep on into this conversation. Tell us a bit about yourself.
All right. So my name is Samuel Kufre Willie, and
Okay.
don't bother about the skin color. I'm also a Nigerian, like a lot of us that will be joining us today. I'm also a software developer and a web developer and a data scientist, if you want to include that into my portfolio. I do a lot of other stuff that actually works around technology, building stuff, creating content, and everything that is legitimate that can generate money on the internet. But right now, my portfolio is moving towards becoming a core tech guy, where I develop mobile application software for small businesses and any kind of organization that require my services. And so I'm also the co-founder of alternatesskill.com. It's one of the platforms that I started with some of my guys earlier this year to enable people to actually gain access and actually learn some very important digital skills on the internet that are with free courses actually. So far we've had more than 5,000 people join our platform, and at least 1,000 people actively use our platform on a daily basis, and that is the core purpose of the platform. So
Wow, that's really great and amazing. I mean, given the fact that you are a young African, like
developer
you're young
and
and you're
someone
looking
who is looking.
hello. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
saying,
can hear
I
you. What
was
did you
saying
say?
that yes, I said it's an amazing thing that you have built such a level of confidence at this your young age. You're doing great things. Like you're one of the Africans that I think we should model. Yeah, indeed. So,
Yeah,
without
if you
further
say so.
ado,
Thank you.
yeah, I really mean so. All right. So, without further ado, I
All
think you
right.
can
All right.
take the stage. It's all yours.
All
I'll be
right. Thank
stepping
you
aside.
very much. And all right. Okay. I hope they can hear me clearly. And
Yes,
you
we
can
can
hear me,
hear you
right?
fine. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me do the introduction again. I'm not going to waste a lot of our time. I think hopefully because I know how consuming this kind of lectures can be, especially when it has to do with your data. So I will try as much as possible to run across whatever content that I have, and hopefully in the next 30 minutes, we should be done with the information I want to share with you. So once again, my name is Samuel. Um, I'm a web and software developer. I'm also the co-founder of alternatesskill.com, a platform that we created earlier this year to help young people gain access to free courses online that can help them learn free and quality digital skills that would help them generate some income on the internet. All right, so today I'm going to run you guys across very few things. I'm just going to tell you how you can move completely from someone who is a novice, if you don't know anything about the digital space, the tech space, and someone who is a professional who is actually and someone to So, like I said, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to move from being a complete novice to actually creating a career for yourself on the internet with tech skills. And I love to actually share my stories. I love to actually teach people using my own personal stories because I'm a regular Nigerian like every other person, okay? And if you are a citizen of this country or if you stay in this country, then our story is kind of similar. We suffer from the same poor internet connection, expensive data bundles, um, lack of electricity and everything. Sometimes lack of finances to actually pursue our dream and everything. So we share similar stories, and if what I can achieve can be achieved by me and a lot of other Nigerians that I've seen across the country, then it means it's also possible for people like you to actually achieve that. Our story is also similar in the sense that um, I didn't come from a very wealthy background like a lot of other people. So one thing that have always been of benefit to me is I've refused to give myself an excuse. I just like doing certain things that I want to do. If I want to achieve certain stuff, I just like going out there to try at least do my best to make sure that I achieve that stuff. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because it is relevant when you're going into something like technology and trying to learn something new. It's always difficult. So you will need a lot of motivation to actually make it work. Excuse me. So you need a lot of motivation to actually make it work, and you need to rip yourselves and your environment of situation of people that actually make you to always give excuses and all the rest. So those stories are peculiar to Nigerians. And if you want to actually gain a lot of stuff for yourself, you want to actually achieve stuff for yourself, then you must never let the story of Nigeria to actually hold you back, to actually put you from achieving that dreams. Because like someone say, some of the things we are going to regret in our old age are those things we aren't able to attempt, not those things we fail to achieve. Those are the ones you are going to regret, are the ones we fail to actually try. So don't let the Nigerian story to be the reason why you refuse to pursue a particular skills for yourself and earn money for yourself. Okay, so first of all, why do I think learning a tech skills or a digital skills is important? The reason why I think so is because the world is becoming increasingly digital. The world is becoming increasingly governed by technology and everything. There is no way you can wake up one day. There's no way you can complete an activity in an entire 24 hours without interacting with technology. You either have to look at your phone, maybe you have to make use of your alarm, you have to make use of your headset, you make use of Bluetooth, you make use of the clock, or maybe a digital clock, an analog clock, or something like that. And maybe you transfer money with your phone, you use an ATM card to withdraw something from your account, and you transfer files, music, and videos through Zenda, some share folders, and all the rest. You download something from the internet, and maybe you check the weather condition in your environment with the weather application in your phone. So the world is becoming increasingly digitalized, and the best way to actually break even is to actually learn digital skills. The reason why it is important in Nigeria for you to key into what is happening right now is because Nigeria have a lot of problems to be solved. A lot of problems that can be solved by creating digital solutions. Okay. Um, for if I'm in US, maybe I wouldn't give you this kind of gist because a lot of things are already happening here in United States and maybe UK and other country, European country. But in Nigeria, we have a lot of problems that are yet to be solved, a lot of solution that needs to be created. And because we have this kind of problems, we need people who can create solution. We need people who can build accounting software to actually detect fraud. We need people who can build security applications that can actually help locate where or when kidnappers call people to collect ransom. We need we need tracking devices to be created and powered by AIs. We need people to build machine learning models to actually detect when cancer is growing on people's body. We need a lot of stuff, and there is no end to how much you can achieve with technology. Okay, even if you don't want to go that far, even if you don't want to go that far towards creating such powerful application, you can also there are also opportunities for people who want to learn how to design graphics, design models, but this time in an advanced way, in the sense that you can design something in a track called user interface and user experience design and all the rest is an advanced concept of graphic design. You can also choose to become a web developer, developing basic website for organization, for businesses who need website to showcase whatever they are selling. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities that are available on the internet, on the tech space for you to actually build a career for yourself. And the reason why we hear a lot of people talk about young people learning tech skills is because unlike other career projection, unlike other career progression in the country, getting into the tech space is more easier. For instance, I am in mechanical engineering final year. I'm in final year in mechanical engineering, but I know that even though I'm brilliant, even though I am going to come up with a very good certificate, getting a job in Nigeria might be difficult. It's not me having a pessimistic mindset. It's the reality because we have less industries that are taking graduate these days. If I want to actually work as a mechanical engineer, maybe I need some extra years after my graduation before I will be accepted with a good salary. But as a tech guy, you can start learning how to program, how to build stuff, how to design stuff in 3 6 months, and maybe in the next 6 months you already have a job. You apply and get a job for yourself and everything. And by the time you are 2 years, 1 year as a developer, you're already a senior developer. You're already building stuff and everything for yourself and for the company that you're working with. So it is easier to actually build a career for yourself as a tech guy than some conventional career track that you might maybe something you're studying in the university or the rest. Those are still relevant. Those are still relevant. In fact, you can you can be an engineer, you can be a nurse, you can be a housewife, you can be a driver, you can be a contractor while still being a tech guy. Learning how to code, learning how to build stuff, learning how to design stuff will never stop you from actually, from actually pursuing your current career right now. And in fact, it's even more easier for you to, build a career as a tech guy and maybe a side business or something, while also doing other stuff. For instance, when I go to classes, it doesn't stop me from building website for people. If I have a job to create website for people, it doesn't stop me from doing that and all the rest. So breaking into breaking into the career in tech, breaking into having a career or building a career in technology is way more easier than conventional way, and there is a lot of opening for everybody. Everybody can join. It doesn't matter if you're a woman, there is no segregation. If you're a man, if you're a boy, if you're a teenager, you can start learning. In fact, the earlier you start learning now, the better for you because there's no age limit to whatever I want to achieve as a tech guy. So that being said, what kind of career are available in technology? What kind of career can you create for yourself in technology? There are a lot of things that people you can choose to learn. I've already mentioned few of them while we are discussing here, but I'm going to reinforce them in details that you will know. Mainly, there are, there are opportunities for. Okay, let me give you this story before I go on. So currently, Access Bank is trying to build a tech team that will handle some of their tech jobs for them, because most of the banking companies in Nigeria are moving from just deposit and withdrawal towards becoming a full-fledged financial services. And what that means is that they are building that will take care of their a team that will take care of you know their software application development, their website development, their data science team, their data analytic team, and their business operation teams and all the rest. So what Access Bank is currently doing now is that they are giving scholarship to people to graduate specifically. So if you've graduated, Access Bank is giving the scholarship through um, a, an IT firm Udacity in US, and then you can learn it from your desktop from in your home. Then once you are done with learning this thing, Access Bank will give you an internship position in their company if you're one of the best graduating students, and then you have opportunity to join them. Okay, so I'm going to use some of those programs that Access Bank are actually sponsoring in their program to tell you some of the career that you can choose for yourself in tech. So when we talk about tech, there are a lot of career track that you can decide to choose. First of all, you can choose to be a data scientist. So data scientists are those guys that are responsible for data manipulation. If maybe if you've worked or if you know something about accounting, you know there are a lot of figures, a lot of numbers that is involved with accounting. So a data scientist can actually build an application or a dashboard that can actually do multiple analysis, multiple calculations in very few seconds. So that is the job of data scientists. They are involved with building dashboard, building models, building application that will simply help in analyzing data, in cleaning data, and in, you know, making sure that that application runs smoothly. And the position of a data scientist is something that is always growing. There's a projection that in US, I guess, that there will be new jobs opening up to 120 something thousand job openings for data scientists, because everything you want to do in this life today involve data. Even the mobile phone you're using, for it to function properly, they have to do an in-depth data analysis. If you go to hospitals, advanced hospitals that use machine to detect the kind of sickness people have in their body, that those sickness are being compared to a chunk of data that have already been analyzed and have the same pattern to that existing sickness in that person's body. So the job of a data scientist is big, the opportunity is big, the salary is big. If you're a data scientist, you can work anywhere. You can work in the bank, you can work in an hospital, you can work in a church, you can work with the United Nations, you can work basically in any company that makes use of data. And trust me, every company makes use of data. Okay. If you want to learn how to become a data scientist, now without any idea, the first thing you need to do is to go up to the internet. Especially, I always encourage people to check their Google. If you search for things on the internet, you always see a link that leads you to a starting point. First of all, if you've never heard about this concept before, the first thing, if I were you, the first thing I would do is to go to the internet and search what is data science, and then I will read across everything that has to do with data science, and then I'll now start checking on the internet how to become a data scientist. Those are the kind of steps I took when I started learning stuff on the internet. I never had a mentor. I didn't go to any programming school. I just stayed in my hostel and I started learning all of these things myself. And those are the kind of stuff you can do. If you want to know more about data science and how to become a data scientist, you can go on your phone and search on the internet what is data science and how to become a data scientist. And another one of the hottest developing field in the tech space today is the mobile app development field, because a lot of things we are doing today is on our mobile phone. A lot of stuff. If you want to transfer money, if you want to buy cryptocurrency, if you want to maybe send a message, you do all of those things on your mobile phone using mobile applications. Okay, so because there are endless problems that needs to be solved, the market for mobile app developers is also growing. A lot of companies are looking for people to join their mobile app development team, both in Nigeria and outside the country. And they're also looking for people to join their existing teams to maintain their current application for them. Okay. So as a mobile app developer, what you would do is something that looks like something that looks like a website, but this time around you use it on your phone, without having to access the browsers and everything. So mobile app applications are some of the biggest field that we have now. I'm actually interested in that field myself, and that is a confession. And I'm actually learning how to build mobile application myself. All right. So I've mentioned data science. I've mentioned mobile app development. You can also learn how to become a web developer. Web developer essentially means building website. Of course, everybody uses website every day. If you check something, if you read news on the internet, that is website. Facebook is a website. It's a web application. So you access that, and a lot of people are being employed to build website and to maintain existing one. And another one is data analysis. It's different. It's similar to data science. Data analysis is similar to data science, but it's like a junior brother to data science. They do why data scientists build models, and they build models and application to analyze data. Data scientists simply use those applications to analyze the data that they get. So they clean data, they make it into the required form that will be used for useful purposes and all the rest. Let's say, for instance, you go to a hospital or a bank and you require for your bank statement, and then they will just give you a bank statement. They can just print it for you, That bank statement they print for you is something that have already been analyzed or cleaned by a data scientist, okay? Because you will say you need a bank statement that start from the 5th of May to the 25th of June, okay? And the system will just print it out for you. It's possible because they've already built an application to analyze that data and clean for that time interval you want, okay? Other than that, what you will get will be piles of data and that you go in with. But the job of a data scientist has make it very easy for us to get chunks of data and everything. Those are called data cleaning, data. Um, all right, let's just keep it data cleaning. Okay. So I've mentioned data scientists, if I can remember. I've mentioned mobile app development. I've mentioned web development, and I've also mentioned data analysis. There are other fields like cloud development, learning how to build cloud infrastructure, and all the rest. There are other Android app development. There are a lot of fields on the internet, on tech space that you can choose to actually build a career on. They are endless. And one of the interesting thing about all this is that the tech ecosystem is a welcoming ecosystem. When you join, you will see someone to help you. If you ask question, you will see solution faster. You will see people to answer your question faster. You will join a community, a community-based ecosystem that will absorb you, and nobody will look down on you like a new person that is just coming to join them. Unlike in conventional career, there is always this feeling of this person is bigger than you. Okay, you're just joining, you're a novice, and nobody will, other people will look down on you because you're just learning. But those things are absent in the tech ecosystem. I'm not saying they're completely non-existent, but you won't feel like nobody wants to carry you along. Once you become a tech guy, you will always go for meetup. There will always be meetup where you go and network with other people around your community where you're staying. Okay. So even when you start today, if you start tomorrow, you always see a community to join. You always see a family to call your own that will listen to you. Even on the internet, if you search for solution, if you search for maybe you're facing a problem and you search for the solution on the internet, you will always see you always see a solution for it. And again, the entire career track that I've mentioned so far has to do with writing code and everything. But you don't even have to write code before you can call yourself a tech guy. There are people, if you know how to write, if you know how to write maybe content, develop content like a blog post, then you can actually become a technical writer. Technical writer are people in the tech space who write technical documentation. Let me give you an instance. If you've bought maybe a drugs, okay, in recent time, or you've bought an appliance, you will see a menu in that um, maybe in that appliance or in that drugs you bought, and then that menu will describe how you can use the appliance or how you can use the drugs, the side effects of it, and everything. It gives you details and everything. Those are the same thing we obtain. Those are the same thing you can obtain in the tech ecosystem. Once you, if you're a technical writer or a documentation developer, what your job is to write documentation that explains everything that has to do with that particular product. Let's say, for instance, somebody wants to use Facebook. If somebody wants to use Facebook and the person doesn't know how to write, how to create an account on Facebook, there is a Facebook documentation that exists for the people, for this new person to read. And once that person reads that documentation, the person will be able to use Facebook. If maybe you're introduced to Instagram for the first time and you're looking for how to use Instagram, there are documentation on the internet that actually explain how Instagram works, how you can upload pictures, how you can watch people diagram, how you can send message to people on the Instagram, and some of the things you can do and you'll be blocked off the Instagram. This exists for every kind of product on the internet, every kind of product that have been developed. So as a technical writer, you don't have to write code at all. All you have to do is get an application that your team have developed and then write a complete documentation for that. And that is also a huge career track that a lot of people are actually being paid huge amount of money for. Okay. And there are other ones too. I did mention you can be a user interface, user experience developer. User experience designer is someone that build the first graphic interface. Let's say somebody wants to build an application. First of all, the person needs to get the wireframe. That is the structure of how the application is going to look like, or the structure of how the the website is going to look like, the color setting, where button will be placed, where somebody profile picture will show, where a lot of things, a lot of menu, website menu, where it should be placed. So that is the work of a UI UX developer. The person is responsible for creating this initial framework of those applications, of those websites, of those software. And then after creating that, that can now be, created with code and everything. And then as a UI UX developer, you don't need to write any kind of code at all. You just need to learn how to do that using some set of applications, set of tools that have already been designed for you. And in a matter of, let's say, 3 to 6 months, you can start, building UI UX for yourself. All right. And there are a lot of ways. If you're going to, maybe if you want to become a programmer, you'll be left with choices of maybe choosing what kind of programming language you want to use. Programming language are like set of instruction, a kind of a structure of instruction that you give to a particular environment so that it can work in a certain way. For instance, you're listening, you're hearing me now because I'm speaking English. If I'm not speaking English, it will be difficult for you to listen to me, right? Maybe if you can only you can only understand Hausa, if you can only understand Igbo. If I'm speaking English, it will be difficult. For me to get to your level, I will need to speak your language for you to understand. It's still the same thing in writing software application and all the rest. There are a lot of languages that you can use to build application. We have Python, we have JavaScript, we have C Sharp, we have a lot of them. We have Kotlin, we have PHP, we have a lot of other stuff. So when you start as a developer, you will require to learn one or more of these languages, but just one for a start is enough if you're a newbie. All right. So I've run across a lot of stuff. I've run across the opportunities that are available on the internet space. I've run across some of the things you can learn, some of the kind of track or career you can choose for yourself. I've mentioned data science, I've mentioned data analysis, I've mentioned software development, I've mentioned web development, I've mentioned technical report writing, and I've also mentioned UI UX development. Now, the next essential question you might be asking right now is, how do I get started? And if you can remember, I've given a hint of this when we initially started. If you're a new guy to this internet space or to the tech space, and you really want to start learning how to build application, there are a lot of ways, or you want to learn how to program, there are a lot of things, a lot of ways you can actually choose to do that. And I want you to write this down. It's really, really important. If you want to learn how to become a tech guy, if you want to learn how to build a career in all of these fields that I've run across in the past few minutes, then you have to do this. This is the way you need to take. First of all, you can either choose to learn online, or you can choose to learn offline, maybe in an office space where they teach people how to develop. Both of those two ways are good. You can choose any of them. They have their disadvantage and advantages. I'm going to run across all of them. First, if you want to learn offline, you have to first of all identify a tech hub. By tech hub, I mean places where they teach you how to do these certain things. And when you go there, you need to register, and then they will advise you on what to start learning. It will be dependent on the kind of tools and languages that they use there. So once you get to that place, they will teach you, they will show you where to start, and they will guide you from beginning to the end, provided you're committed to learn everything. Okay. So once you get there, they will teach you everything. The only disadvantage of learning from a tech hub that I know of is that it can be expensive. Okay, you will need to get at least 160,000. That is that is the minimum. 150,000 to 200,000. I need to pay that before you can start learning. So that is like the disadvantage. But of course, if you go to a better tech hub, they will teach you everything you need to know. And in 6 months, you can become a developer. But you don't have to go that way. I didn't learn from anybody. I didn't learn from any tech hub. Everything I've known, everything that I've explained about myself to you right now in this session is, or are things that I learned by myself on the internet. Okay. But first of all, if you want to go this way, you have to know the disadvantage that comes with it. First, It is very time consuming to learn on the internet because you will have to teach yourself everything that you don't know. Okay, nobody's going to be there to help you. Nobody's going to be there to, to show you if you make mistakes. So it's going to be frustrating for you, and it's going to take a long time than if you are learning offline. Okay, if it takes you 6 months to learn a particular stuff offline, then it's likely going to take you up to a year. But of course, it depends on how fast you can grab concepts of stuff and everything, and then also how committed you are to that particular stuff, because commitment and self-discipline is one thing that is going to help you to sit down and learn. And trust me, it can be exhausting if you sit down for like 2 hours to learn a particular stuff. It can be exhausting, and at a particular time you can even give up. I tried learning programming a lot of time, and I gave up along the way and came back again. I gave up along the way and came back again. Those are not a nice way of learning, and but they are the disadvantage of actually learning on your own on the internet. But of course, the advantage of learning on the internet is the fact that you can access free platform that will never charge you any amount of money, and they will teach you everything you need to know. You can just follow their curriculum and you learn everything you need to know and become a software developer. One of those platforms is what we've built. Okay, I'm going to talk about that later. But there is Udemy. Udemy is like an online university where you go and you buy a course for less than 5,000 naira, for less than 8,000 at times, but it's always less than 10,000. Udemy is spelled Udemy, udemy.com. Okay, if you check that on Google, you should see that. And so from Udemy, there are a lot of courses that are available there, and then you just select the one you want to learn and get started. At the end of this broadcast, I'm going to tell you some of the places you can get started. Okay, so if you go to Udemy, there are platforms like that with cheap amount you can pay, and you will get access to already structured curriculum of courses that will teach you everything you need to know from A to Z. Of course, there is Udacity. Udacity is a US-based company that is very popular and known for offering very top-notch, courses for people and all the rest. So that is like also a big place that you can try to access and everything. Excuse me, please. All right. So apart from that, there is also Udemy. I've mentioned Udemy. There is also Coursera that they can choose to actually learn from. Coursera is also one place that I admire because they sometimes give scholarship to indigent students. So you can apply for scholarship on that platform. If you tell them that you're a student and you don't have money to spend, they will give you a scholarship to learn any kind of course that you want to learn at all. All right. And and there is also a platform that we built. I've mentioned it initially, and that is alternate skills. So we built alternate skills to give people access to some of the information you want directly. The problem I found at why I was learning how to develop application is that if you're a newbie, if you're a newcomer to programming, and you go on YouTube right now and say programming videos, you'll see a lot of programming videos pop up, and then you might be having conflicts of thought of choice and say which one am I going to choose? Which language am All right, guys, I'm sorry for that break. I'm sorry for that break. I lost my internet briefly, and so I'm back right now. I'm really, really sorry about that. That was a little. I had a call and I lost my internet connection, but I'm back. I'm really sorry about that. My apologies. So, like I was saying, okay, there are a lot of information that are available on the internet right now. So if you go to your YouTube or your search engine or whatever you're using, and you search for how to become a developer, you will see a lot of information that are available for you, and you might become confused on which one to choose. And so that is why we built AlternateSkill.com. The essence of the platform is to give new people who wants to break into the digital space and learn new skills the opportunity to get access to well-structured information that they want. So maybe if you want to learn how to develop website, all you have to do is just go to alternate skills and search for a course that has to do with um, a free course on the website that has to do with web development or web design, and then you study it, and then it will show you or teaches you everything that you need to know in becoming a web developer. So on our platform, we don't develop courses ourselves. We source for courses that are freely available on the internet, and then we link them back to our website. Okay. So while those courses are still hosted on that platform, you can access them on our website for free. So all of the courses that are hosted on our platform are completely free, and that is how we are trying to cut across the cost that it takes for people to learn, um, for people to learn, how to develop stuff and all the rest. Okay, so if today is your first day of hearing about tech and everything, and you want to learn how to build website, you want to learn how to design graphics and everything, using Canva, using all the features that are available, by just going into our website and searching for that keywords or that course you want to learn, you will see a free course that have been completely arranged for you to start learning, and everything is absolutely free. And that is the essence of alternate skills. It's free forever. A lot of people are learning. We have more than 5,000 students, and more than 1,000 people use that platform every day to learn a lot of stuff across not just Nigeria, in other countries, in Ghana, in Senegal, and in Gambia. A lot of people are using our platform, and then you'll find a lot of benefit yourselves. And we are actually also developing a reward system, so that if you can be able to learn a course and finish it on the stipulated time that we've designed into that course, then we are looking at paying people, giving people reward in form of data they spend in learning and everything. Those are still in the pipeline. We are still developing it and everything. All right. So finally, I told you guys I'm going to tell you the first step you can take, or what you can learn first. If today is your first time of hearing about tech, or if you don't have any experience prior to now, and you want to build a career in tech, I think I would advise that you start with data analysis, okay? Because data analysis to me is the fastest way you can learn programming languages and everything. Is fast, and you will not learn some super difficult stuff. You just learn some of the basic languages, some of the basic keywords that you need to know to get started. And then after learning that, you can obviously just power up and then decide to learn any other thing you want to learn also. You can decide to learn web development. You can decide to start building website. Maybe if you want to start programming instantly, building website, building application, I think I would suggest that you start learning by learning Python, simply go to YouTube and search Python complete tutorial or Python complete course, and you'll see 8 hours, 5 hours courses that teach you everything you need to know about Python. And by the time you're done with that course, you must have gotten a complete basic understanding, the fundamentals that you need to learn in order to become a developer, in order to start building stuff on the internet. And so those are actually everything that I needed to tell you. And but as a way of enticing you to make sure that that you actually take the information you've heard today seriously, I would advise that you look at the salary structure, that you look at the salary structure of web developers or software developers or data analysis. Just go online, check how much is the salary of a data analyst, how much is the salary of a web developer, or how much is the salary of a UI UX designer, and you'll see a lot of money that is available there. Once you see that, I think it will actually entice you to actually kick dust your buttons and start learning. I'm not promising you that immediately you start learning, you start earning those salary. But I'm just telling you those are possibilities. Those are the things that should motivate you. Okay. Having a digital skills is like having a universal skill. You can use it anywhere at all. You can go to US and you still apply that thing you learn in Nigeria in that place, which is completely unlike other stuff. If you learn something like political science, you learn something like political science in Nigerian university, you might likely be only relevant in Nigeria. But if you learn something like building web application, if you learn something like UI UX designer, you can go to any country at all. You can go to Germany, you can go to US, you can go to UK, you can go to Romania, you can even go to Ukraine where they are fighting war today, and you'll still be relevant in those places because what you're learning are universal skills that can actually be applied for anywhere. And then once you master these skills, marketing these skills is not difficult, but it might take time, but it's not really difficult. I don't want to give you the impression that it's easy. It might take time for you to start marketing them, except you apply for a job somewhere and you just get it. But maybe if you want to be a freelancer, of course, there are platform where you can actually market your skills and people will pay you to develop stuff for them. Okay. What I know what I know is that as long as there's abundance of problems on earth, there will be no end to requirement for people to build their skills on the digital ecosystem. Okay, so the best time to start learning now, the best time to start is right now. You can't say, don't say when I'm done with the university I'm going to start, or when I get admission I'm going to start. No, don't wait for that. There is always a way for you to do that. Okay, so one of the biggest challenge you will face will be if you have access to the internet, or if you have access to data bundle. Personally, I still use my brain whenever I'm doing that. If I want to program anything that requires internet, I do sleep in the afternoon if I don't have anything to do, and in the middle of the night I will buy midnight plan, and those are the stuff I use. Okay, so in that way I don't have any excuse about if I have data or all the rest. I reserve the little money I have, and at night I use it to buy midnight data plan. I can buy 1 gig data plan and I use it throughout the night. Also, you might say you don't have a phone. I mean, you don't have a laptop. But obviously, if you have a phone, you can learn how to program. Okay, if you have a phone, you can actually learn how to program. There are small, minor, let me not say minor. There are small, possible application on your phone you can download, and you can learn how to code through them. One of them is Solo Learn. Solo Learn, Learn, Learn. It's an application you can download on your mobile phone and you can start learning programming through there. So don't give yourself the excuse of I don't have internet, I don't have a phone, or I don't have a laptop, I don't have money. If you can manage to subscribe on your phone, if you can manage to charge your phone in your neighbor's house, you can also manage to learn and to start somewhere. You can start as basic things like graphic design with Canva. You can start learning and UI UX design with your phone. You can start learning JavaScript or Python with your phone. There are a lot of platforms you can do that. Just go to Google and search all of those things. And then as a final note, everything I've said here can never be exhaustive. Okay. Some of you can still come back to me to ask questions, to seek for guidance and what should be your next step. Okay, I cannot give you all the information. It's literally impossible to do that. But I will drop this. It's something I always tell people. If you want a question, if you want an answer to your question, the answer is already in your phone. If you need an answer to a spiritual problem, you pray to God. If you're a Christian, right? If you're a Muslim, you pray to Allah. If you are a traditionalist, you go to a far a native doctor and you seek answer. If you're a digital person, I need answer to problems. You need answers. How can I become a developer? How can I learn Python programming? How can I make money online? The first place to go is Google. Google. That is the first place to go. That is like the god of the digital world, the god of the internet. It has basically every answer to problems you want. So don't say I don't know how to start. Don't say I do not have a mentor. Up to today I don't have a mentor. I don't have anybody to mentor me. I don't have anybody to teach me. I mean, if in fact the place I'm talking to you from is a remote place, it's very remote. So I'm sorry I can have their state right now. So it's kind of really, really remote. All right. It's different from places like Lagos and everything. So, but I don't give myself excuses because I know I have those answers. If I can switch on my phone, if I can have data, then I can ask questions and I can always get that answer. All right. So don't give yourself an excuse. Don't give yourself an excuse. Nigeria is a country that have its peculiar problems and it needs you to be vibrant, alert at every time. Start taking action before it becomes really late. Because if you're a young person like us today, tomorrow you might be a father, and nobody knows when that is going to happen. And if you keep giving yourself excuse, you can give yourself excuse, and then by the time you realize what is happening, you're already a father, and you have people who are looking up to you. Even when you're not married, even when you've not married a wife or a husband or anything, you still have people who looks up to you, people who you are responsible for, or people who are responsible for you, okay? And those people will always want you to take decisions that will improve their financial life, that will improve their life in general. So stop giving yourself excuse. The tech space has an ease of entry and procedure. Anybody can get in. Anybody, no matter how young, no matter your gender, you can become a tech guy in a very few steps, in a very, very few months. You can call yourself a tech guy and you can start sourcing for job. Personally, your friend, our host today knows a bit about my story and my projection and my groans of how the place I started from publishing small ebooks on the internet, writing content, blogging, building website with WordPress and everything. And then here I am today. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I've not hitting that success that I want yet. I've not started earning that salary that I want yet. I've not built that business that I really want yet. But I'm not the same person I was a few years ago. The last time I met with Emmanuel, I'm not the same person anymore. Okay. And that is thanks to the internet, thanks to the fact that I can look for stuff on the internet and I can find that solution. Thanks to the fact that I can actually write code, I can build website for people, and I've never had to worry about where my next data is going to come from. So, guys, your life is your responsibility. Always try to take it into your hands and don't give excuse. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much.
Wow. So we want to say a
Thank
very
you.
big thank you to you. Thank you
I
for
can I can hear
honoring.
you. I can hear you very clearly. Your voice is small.
Can you hear me?
No, it's I can hear you, but it's quite small. So
Oh, so sorry.
it's
I
not
think
it's
it's
not
better.
loud enough.
I said thank you so much for the value you've shared today. We really
All right.
appreciate, and we will see you some other time. We hope to have you more on this platform and then learn from you. So thank you so very much. We have the other speaker backstage and she'll be coming in shortly. So that's it from us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me.
And Favor Moses is saying to you, thanks, thank you so much, our speaker. Yeah, so they really appreciate. So everyone, you've heard what he said. There's alternate skill. With alternate skill, You can learn any skill of your choice, any digital skill for free. Visit the site alternate. I think I have to put the link on the screen, right? I'll need to display it. So that is
I
one
can
minute.
leave now, right?
Yes, you can.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, we really appreciate. So, guys, that was fantastic. Really, that was fantastic. So, he he shared with us tips on starting any digital career, any path at all. You have to learn, and then he shared with us his platform alternateskill.com. So with alternateskill.com you can learn any skill, any digital skill for free. We have Miss Edward Lydia backstage. She's waiting to be called up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for keeping you
Oh,
waiting. Good-
no problem.
Uh, though it's nice to have you. Welcome, ma.
Thank you so much, Mano. Thank you, everybody. So, wow. I listened to the last speaker and he's great. You know.
It was wonderful,
Okay,
right?
yeah, my name is. Yeah, it was really. I just few minutes and I picked a lot of things. Or should I say, yeah, very
Ah,
amazing stuff.
we
I
also
picked.
trust that your own would also be powerful, right?
We trust that.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
1 minute, please. Okay, guys,
All right.
right now we have Miss Edward Lydia Johnson. She's going to be talking to us on maintaining mental health and relationships for a progressive career. She will take off in a jiffy just right after this break. Yes, that was it. We're going to be having Miss Edward Lydia Johnson take us in this session. Ma, over to you. Over to you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I want to be sure you all can hear me. Emmanuel, please let me know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Oh, thanks. All right. Okay, so I'll be speaking on maintaining healthy relationships and mental health for a progressive career. Yep. So, we'll start by, you know, defining or getting to know what healthy relationship is. So, I will say that healthy relationship is, or are best described as interdependence. Interdependence means that you rely on each other for mutual support, but still maintain your identity as a unique individual. Yeah, you rely on each other for mutual support, but still maintain your identity as unique individuals. Now, in other words, you can say that your relationship is balanced. So to know you have their approval and love, but your self-esteem doesn't depend on them. Although you are there for each other, right? But you don't depend on each other to get all of your needs. You have your friends and connections outside the relationship, and then pursue your own career and your life outside the relationship. So the reason why we're talking about healthy relationship, it helps you balance your career, helps you balance your life as a whole. Because if you're, and then your mental health, which is very important, because if your mental health is not stable, um it's, your career is going to be shaky. I want to know if all of you can hear me sincerely, because I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, Imane, can you hear me? Okay, all right. I want to be sure you all can hear me.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, great. All right. Yeah, so moving to the next, then what is mental health? Now, your mental health is a state of mental well being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and of course, contribute positively to their society or community, and as well as their lives in general and family, of course. So, it is an integral component of health and well being that underpins our individual and collective abilities to make decisions, but build relationships, and shape the world that we live in. So, your mental health is very important. It is a state of mind. Like, it has to be very, you have to have a healthy, you need a healthy mental health, to be able to cope with relationship in your family, with your family members, with your friends, with your clients, and of course with your colleagues at work if you're working. And for you not to have an unbalanced healthy mental health, or should I say, mental health doesn't really have to do with disabilities, like, okay, or disorders rather. When you say, okay, this person has mental health disorder, not necessarily. It could be stress, it could be your self-esteem, it could be depression, it could be life situation. It could be that you're pursuing a particular thing and then you haven't gotten up, or you've not been able to achieve those goals, or you feel like a failure. All of that could affect your mental health. And once your mental health is affected, your productivity is going to be very, very low at work, and of course in your business. If you have a personal brand that you're building, it will affect your business as a whole. I don't know if I'll be able to share my screen, but okay, no problem. I'll just move on. So I'll move to um signs of a healthy relationship. Signs of a healthy relationship. First, for you to build a healthy relationship that will help you maintain a progressive career or a successful career in this very distracted world that we live in right now, and especially this country that we are, Nigeria. There's a whole lot of distraction because a lot of persons are trying to make ends meet, and sometimes it feels like your effort is not even enough, because you go out there and you come back and the money you even earn is not enough to, meet up to the needs in your family or your personal needs. Because a lot of us growing up right now at the stage that we are, some of us, our families are already looking up to us for support. Our parents, they want our support because it seems like the load is too much, and a lot of them, or some of our parents, wants us to support our siblings and of course help with some of the needs at home. And once you go out there and your salary is just, let's say you're earning 70,000 naira a month, you come back, and if you have younger siblings like I do, and your siblings school fees for each person is, let's say, 60,000, and you have three siblings, three younger siblings like me, and I'm using myself as an example, and your parents had to tell you, okay, you know what, we need your help, you have to help us with this, okay, because we have to provide the food, your siblings' school fees, the headmistress or the proprietors or proprietor is calling for your for their fees, and of course you wouldn't want your siblings to drop out of school or to come back home. It's annoying when your siblings are at home and every other person is going to school, and all of those needs are just there was a time my dad said he said it's not fair. In fact, when he told me this thing you're doing is not fair, and this is me thinking that I'm doing everything possible to help, and all of a sudden I got this feedback. It's not fair. Come on. At that point, sincerely, I'm being very sincere. I was devastated. I was overwhelmed. I was upset. In fact, I entered into slight depression. Let me just call it slight depression because if it was more than that, I don't know. So I entered into slight depression and I kept asking myself, why would you say something like that? So I wanted to meet up. Okay, let me please them. You know, to please your family members and um to please your family member or family members just to keep up or just to get their recommendation or just to make them give you good feedbacks, it sincerely will affect your mental health. Sincerely will, because at that point you don't even know what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong anymore. And then when I had to go beyond my savings to meet up to the needs of my family, they affect me a big deal, like a whole lot. I couldn't save, I couldn't do anything. Like at work, I was losing focus because I needed to meet up. It seems like at that point, everybody needed something. They were all in need. People were calling, I need this. My cousins were even calling me. They're like, your other cousin, you need to do this, you need to do that. So you need to be able to balance the relationship you build with your family and your work life if you want to have a progressive career. I'm telling you, I'm giving you an example of me been through that situation where my boss had to ask, Lydia, what is the problem? Because I can't feel you. Your productivity has dropped. And if it keeps going on like this, I don't know. He just said, I don't know. But you have to sit up. At that point, you know what? I had to pick myself up again. So if the relationship with your family is not balanced, it's going to affect your work, your career, your business, your brand, or whatever you're building. Like it's going to affect um your success. Your success or the goals that you've set for yourself is going to affect it a whole lot. Relationship, your personal life, and all. So it has to be healthy. So first of all, there has to be trust. There has to be open communication, and there has to be understanding and honesty. And you have to maintain that. Very important. If you're telling them, your family needs to, or your friends, if you're building a relationship that has no trust, my darling, it's going to affect your career and your mental health as a whole. Because at that point where you are not building healthy relationship, there is no honesty, there's no good communication. When I'm talking to you about good communication, I'm not telling you, hello darling, how you doing? How was the day? Have you eaten? Nah, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about good communication. They said bad communication corrupts. I mean good words corrupt something. But if you don't have good communication, it's going to corrupt your mind, and of course even deviate your mindset from the focus or from your goal, or your mindset from a positive to a negative mindset. That's why it's good to have good company which has to do with healthy relationships. Because if your company is bad, they're going to corrupt your plans and of course your goals. So you need to have a balance. Both of you or the person that you're in a relationship with, even if it's your family or your parents or your siblings, they have to trust you enough to know when you're going through, to know when, or yeah, you have to build that trust so that when you say, I am not in the position to meet up to this demand at this moment, they will understand you. Not when you say and they're like, you're always like this. This is how you tell us all the time. You have to be able to build trust in your relationship. There has to be honesty, accountability, very important. There's someone you have to always go back to say, you know what, I need this. Can you help me with this? Why did this go wrong? How did I get it wrong? You have to be able to balance all of that and then come back to yourself, and not always building relationships that brings down your self-esteem. You don't I don't think you need relationships that talks down on you. You could have friends that always don't even believe in your dreams and aspiration. They always talk you down. You can't do this thing. Maybe you. You know, you don't. I don't think you need such relationships because they bring in negativity to your mind and change your mindset from positive to negative, and then bring down your self, give you low self-esteem, which of course it lead to depression. Yes, favor. It will lead to depression, sincerely. And when you're depressed, my God, I'm not telling you what I don't know. I've been in that state. I'm calling it slight because I read yesterday that one Emmanuel Omole, committed suicide yesterday. And I could imagine all of the things he has gone through. At some point, I just wanted to die. Like, in fact, I was just tired. What was this? I'm doing so much, and I am not seeing the results. Like, it's going to family, and at the end of the day, I got this feedback. It was as bad as that. You wouldn't want that, but you have to work on yourself. You have to set boundaries for yourself. You're going to get to that particular um place that I'm going to talk about setting boundaries. Then there has to be care, emotional support, and shared values. Around your finances, very important. So if you're building a relationship with someone or friends, I'm talking about healthy relationship. Oh. Healthy relationship is not any kind of relationship. It's not the romantic relationship that you just go, you guys just have fun. No, it's beyond that. It's way, way beyond. I love you, baby. I love you too. Have a nice day. Have you eaten? Okay, I'm sending you 2,000 naira to get meal for yourself this afternoon. It's beyond. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you having relationship with quality relationship. It's not necessarily romantic. It could be a platonic relationship, but then it's making sense. It's adding values to you. I'm talking about relationship that builds you, relationship that adds value to your life, to your goals, to your purpose. You hear people saying, "This is the person I am friends with this person because I want to be." He makes impacts, positive impacts in my life. I am friends with this person because he adds value to my life. I want to do life with this person because I want to fulfill purpose with this person, because this person is the right person before me, because this person shares the same values with me. Those are the kind of relationship that we are talking about. All right. So you have to be able to balance that in your life, because once you're having a toxic relationship, or you are in a toxic group or community or a family that is giving you so much problem, sincerely, you won't progress. You find yourself stuck in a particular position. You're doing so much, but then you're not moving. And then the people you start before, I'm not saying you should compare yourself to people that are ahead of you, no. But then you're doing a whole lot and you feel like I should be here right now. It's just like you entering a bus going to Oshodi. I'm in Lagos, so I'm using Oshodi as an example. You enter a bus from Sele going to Oshodi, and you get to in 1 hour, you're still in Sele. What's happening? The bus is moving, but it's still in Sele. Like, there's this frustration that comes. In fact, there's this, you know what, conductor, I won't get down. I want to get down. And then you jump to another bus because the driver or the bus is faulty. You wouldn't want your life to be faulty. You wouldn't want your career to have fault. You wouldn't want your mental health to have fault. I work in a mental health facility. I have seen things. I can't bring it to you guys. I can't tell you all of the cases I've seen. But people are going through a whole lot. people's mental health. There are persons, I'm not telling you that if you have all the money in this world, your mental health will not be stable. No, there are people that have all that they have money, their parents give them millions of naira in a monthly or weekly basis, but still have mental health issue. Some of them will tell you our parents don't care for us emotionally. They don't, there's no relationship with their parents, and it affects their mental health. Their parents don't see good in them, they're always running them down. Look at this person, they're always comparing them to even their mates. Some of them is peer pressure. Some of them feel like failures because they feel like they've been doing a whole lot, but then their achievement is poor. Do you understand? Now, you wouldn't want to get to that point in your life where your mental health is now drained, where you have to start seeking for help. And it is, see, it is expensive. Getting treatment, getting back into well-being, into your into the right, or the wellness, or the right state of mind is expensive. It's not cheap, because even if you're going to talk to a therapist, the therapist is going to get money from you. You're going to pay. You're not going there. He's not going to be giving you advice or speaking to you for free. You're going to pay. So the sooner you understand that your mental health is important, and so you don't need toxic relationships, you don't need relationship because you want to please people, or because you do not want to offend them because they see in a particular way, or because they've given you money before in a particular time of your life, or in a particular situation where you found yourself, they helped you with 20,000 naira, and so you do not want to leave that relationship. Or you find yourself in a relationship that the guy is telling you, I beg you know what, your own is just to get married. Just marry. You don't, all those things you're doing. You don't need to have a career. You don't need to build any successful career, because after all, you end up in a man's house. My sister, don't listen to that. Wait. Don't listen to that though. And if you're a guy and your friends are telling you, you know what, all these things you're working, there is a faster way you can actually make money. Don't follow. Don't follow. Do not follow that advice. There is a way, guy, are you not smart? You can do this, you can do that. Or they're telling you, better may you go the farm, because guy, you're not smart enough. Do not listen to that. You are smart enough. So you have to be able to build healthy relationship around yourself that help you become the better version of yourself. Your friends should be become better and not the opposite. All right. My voice is making me feel like everyone can hear me. All right. Okay, so I will say I'm not going to be taking much of your time. You will round up as soon as I can. So now, how can I maintain healthy relationships for a progressive career? Number one, be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you want. You have to be clear about your vision and your dreams. If you are in a relationship with someone you are taking as your partner, or someone that you discuss a lot of things with, or even yourself as an individual, you have to be able to be clear about your dreams and vision. Write them down. Write them down. This is what I want to be able to achieve. This is, it helps you keep track of the things you need to revisit, of how you need to develop yourself, or on the things that you need to develop yourself on. Vision about what you really want. And then secondly, set healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries. Now, if you're someone, some of us will say our weak point is that I can't say no. Yeah, no problem. But sis, brother, you'll be it won't be nice, because if you can't say no at some point of your life, your life will be drained, your mental health will be affected, you become sick, you will start losing focus. Listen, you will start doing the things that don't make you happy if your mental health is not balanced. if you do not have a clear vision for yourself, and if you cannot set healthy boundaries for yourself, you have to be able to say, no, this is not what I want for myself. No, this is what I want to do. No, this is I can't do this at this moment. Can you okay, Lydia, can you help me with um okay, no. I want, can you borrow me a particular amount of money? I'll give you back in a particular time. If you don't have it, my dear, and you know that, okay, I do not want to, because this person is very close to me, I do not want to annoy him. I don't want him um to lose trust in me. Let me just give him, and that's all you have. And at the end of the day, he's not giving it back. And then you're going back to where you started from. You don't want that for your life. So you have to be able to set healthy boundaries around yourself. This is what I want. Like, have standards. I'm not saying you should have standards that you can't keep up with. I'm not saying you should set very high standard, but yes, set high standards for yourself. It helps you keep track of your productivity. See, it helps people respect you. It helps people respect your standards. Yes, and your boundaries. Yes, I should. Yes, I want to. No, I cannot do this at this moment. Oh, your boss gives you a work to do. I work as an executive director. I mean, executive assistant rather to the directors in my working place. And then someone is telling you, oh, because Lydia is computer literate, because Lydia, she knows a lot about computer. And Lydia, please, can you help me do this thing? Can you help me create this slide? And your boss needs you to create content for his social media. And you're like, okay, no problem, because you do not want to get your colleague angry, because you don't want them to start feeling like leader doesn't like to help, or you don't want them to feel like, ah, they're my friends, let me just do them. And then you're creating slides when your boss is asking. Okay, then in 30 or few minutes, your boss asks, hi Lydia, have you posted, are you done with the content? Can I see? And there's nothing. And you can't, at that moment you're confused, and then you saw his message and you can't even respond or reply to him. You're doing two things at the same time, and then you're making a lot of mistakes. At that point, you're drained, you're stressed out. It looks like you're not doing enough, and it looks like you're not doing your job. And that's, and of course your boss will start getting irritated with your attitude of, and then he'll start telling you that you always make excuses for failures. People don't want to hear such feedbacks. So it's important to set healthy boundaries around yourself, around the relationship. Please let them know that this is what you want. So if you're able to set, if you're able to get to give out clear goals or clear descriptions or visions about what you really want, they'll be able to respect your boundaries. And then you have to be able to communicate often. Secondly, communication is key. You have to be able to keep up communication. What kind of communication? You have to be able to say, tell people. In fact, you need to talk to whoever you trust enough, or whoever you are in a relationship with, for them to know that, okay, for you to know your progress around your career, you have to be able to say, okay, do you have an idea about this? See, communication, um consistent communication, right? Yes, consistent communication open your mind to more knowledge about a particular thing. You see, not just a particular thing, a lot of things. People now tell you or refer to you as, this person have little knowledge about everything, because of communication, constant communication with different people, bringing different ideas. So you have to be able to have friends that can bring ideas to your table, good ideas, positive ideas to your table. And then I'm beginning to rush some parts. Okay, um read books, inspiring books. Trust me, my darling, if you want to maintain healthy relationship for a progressive career, you need to read. See, I see all you guys do in this group, um New Generation Africa. There's a whole lot. And I mean, I read some of your articles, I'm like, wow. Sometimes I read Emmanuel's article, I'm like, this guy really, he writes so well. Like, he started, I knew when he started writing, and then he started writing, and then he started writing, and then he gets better in what he's doing. And a lot of you, I see your articles and I'm like, oh wow, these guys are good. Hmm. And it's not because you just woke up and start writing. Sorry, you started somewhere. The knowledge has entered. They said in computer science, they said what you put in a call FIFO. It is what you see or what is given. That is what is brought out. Yeah. So if you read a lot of books, inspiring books, I'm not telling you to go read anyhow books. But books, no matter what you think about them, they are cool. You will learn something from them at the end of the day. So it's good to read wide. It's good to read. Don't just now you don't even necessarily need to buy books. You can read ebooks. You can even ask. Oh, I have a lot of friends that send me books, even till now. So you can even type on your status. Oh, does anybody have this particular book? You will see a lot of persons that want to give you that book, an ebook. You can read ebooks. You can buy books. You can share books with your friends. You share books with your friends so that their mindset can grow because you wouldn't want to be the only light in your group or in your circle. If you all are light, trust me, guys, when you shine, when you come out, the radiation from your light you begin to affect people. Like you don't need people to announce you anymore. The light you carry just announce you naturally. So if you share ideas, good ideas and books with your friends and your circle, it helps you become a better version of yourself and it helps you build a healthy relationship or maintain a healthy relationship, which helps you progress in whatever you're doing in your career, in your brand, your business, and your life at general, even in your family. You even speak different, you reason differently, you see things from a different perspective and everybody wants to listen to you. Whenever you're speaking, people are quiet, people are listening, they're attentive because they know you have something positive to say. That is what books can bring to your life. So it's important to read books, and then very important to have a growth mindset to keep it or to maintain a healthy relationship for a progressive career. You need a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you wouldn't want to learn. You're like, you know what? I know this. When people tell you, oh, have you seen this? I know. Yeah, I know this. I already saw it. I saw it somewhere. Come on. If you have a fixed mindset, you wouldn't want to get ideas from people. You feel like you know it all. No, dear, you don't. Have a growth mindset. A growth mindset helps you to assimilate, to listen, assimilate, and then progress. Because if you have a growth mindset, you take feedback very serious and then you work on them. If you have a fixed mindset, when people give you feedback, you feel like they hate you. You feel like, oh, these people don't like me. Ah, my friends are my enemies. Ah. Hey, you start posting on your status. Oh, wow. It is when, my dear, it's not everybody that like you in this life. You not posting stuff like that on your status. You won't. When people give you feedback, they say there is in every lie, there's an epitome of truth. When people are giving you feedback about a particular thing that you're not doing right, try to listen to them. Come back and train yourself. Like try to grow or see their opinion about that aspect or their opinion, yeah, and then try to work on it. Try to tell them, oh, okay, really, I'm not doing it right. Okay, you think I should? Can you give me ideas on how I can probably work on these things? Can you help me with few ideas? And you'll be surprised. They'll give you great ideas, and if you use those ideas for yourself or your brand or your career or whatever you're doing or your occupation, you will see yourself at the top. So it's good to have growth mindset. Growth mindset to help you maintain healthy relationship because in if you have already healthy if you have a growth mindset, rather, yeah, if you have a growth mindset, it helps you it helps you both. If you are having a relationship, if it's a partner kind of relationship, you begin to see that you guys grow, and people are like, now wow, this, I love this love, like I admire this relationship, because you both have growth mindset. You both are giving yourself feedbacks about particular things that are not right in your life, and then you're working on it. Nobody's an island. Everybody, you don't know it all. So you need to have growth mindset to be able to progress in your career. And also you need to maintain grit mindset. Grit, Grit. Now, grit is maintaining positive mindset. Hmm? Perseverance, yeah. In spite of, in spite in spite of the circumstances surrounding that goal, your perseverance, perseverance. All right, very important. Grit mindset. I am going to achieve this. That the passion to achieve a goal, in spite of the situation surrounding the achievement of that goal. People are telling you, you know what, Abeg, you can't do it. So, yeah, I've tried this thing before. It didn't work. Oh. Girl, are you sure you can do it, guy? Let's just say if you don't know. If me will get money, I don't try this thing, don't work. Oh my god, I'm not sure say if you, and you're saying, you know what, I can do this. I can, in spite of, have that kind of mindset. It helps you progress in your career. So in spite of when people are saying, this is not achievable, you're saying it is achievable. Let's see from the other way. You can work out things around it. You're telling your colleagues you can work out things around it. We can. And then you're bringing ideas. And at the end of the day, it works. Grit mindset is not always, because you know it too much. No, you don't know it all. But then if you persevere, if you have the passion has to come from the inside of you. But the moment you lose hope or you get discouraged, you can't. But if you say, yes, I can, and you maintain that, at the end of the day, you see that even those things that people feel is too big to be achieved, is impossible, you see them becoming, and then you're doing it easily because of grit mindset. Yeah, grit mindset helps you to achieve tough goals easily. Tough goals becomes easy. It's just like you know, you're stepping on stones, but the stones looks like carpets. You're walking on stones, and people are walking on stones, and then it looks like maybe stones this person they walk on, and you come like say they walk out for carpet. Grit, maintain grit mindset. All right, persevere, have that passion. Then discuss your goals and dreams. I think I've talked about it in when I said you should be clear about what you want. But this one I added discuss. So you have to discuss. Often remind people about your goals and dreams. I am in a relationship that I keep asking, what is your dreams and goals again? I want him, and I want me to remind him, because I know if I ask, what is your goals again and your dreams, and he mentioned to me, there is every possibility that he's going to also ask, what are yours again? He wants to be able to um see a balance, that we are not losing focus on our dreams, or we are not, dropping our dreams. You want to be able to add more to the list. You get, so maintain, have that kind of relationship. It helps you have a healthy mindset. It helps you have build a productive or a progressive career, and yes, a productive career, brand, and business. Because if you don't discuss those goals, and people give you feedback about your brand, about your work, you begin to have you begin to feel discouraged. Let me use that word. You begin to feel discouraged. But if people give you bad feedbacks about your brand, and you know your goals, all you need to do is work harder again. But if you don't have a goal, or if you don't have goals as pertain your brand, when people give you those feedbacks, You just say, ah, I beg, I'm sure I fit do this thing. No. This one that 10 people have given me this kind of feedback. I don't think this business is for me. But sis, you can, bro. You can do it. Don't lose focus. So you have to be able to keep reminding yourself about your dream. Yes, these are my dreams. And then you pray about your dreams, because it's not just okay to just discuss your goals and your dreams and then you go back to sit or relax. No, that's not what I'm saying. Discuss your goals often and then see that you are working on them. Work on them. Don't just discuss. Work on those dreams and your goals too. Stand up. They said that I have a favorite quote from Milton Berle. He said, if opportunity don't come knocking, or if opportunity does not knock, build a door. It could be that you have not built any door. So there is nowhere for the opportunity to knock on. There is no door to be knocked on. So you have to build a door. So if opportunities are not coming, or if they're not knocking, build doors or build a door. Let's see if the opportunity will not knock on it. Start something. That's what I'm saying. Yes. So you have to start something. Very important. Start from somewhere. Don't relax. Then have a focus. Have a focus. Now, after building that door and opportunities come, at the end of the day, you don't have any focus. It will go. It will go. Have a focus. Very important. Have something you're focused on. Focus. Focus. Don't be distracted. Don't be easily distracted by the things you see around you. Focus is you in the midst of very successful people, and you are the least among them, but you're not allowing their achievements discourage you from the goal that you want to reach. Yeah. Not allowing the achievements of other people distract you, because you're like, oh, wow, at this age, that's when I want to start what these people already have. Why are you saying that? Come on, start. Something that, when will I get to that point? When will I get to that point? Just start. Have that focus. Focus. Maintain the focus. Don't lose focus. Don't be distracted. I'm talking to myself too. I hope you know. I'm not just talking to you guys. I'm talking to myself too. Lydia, do not lose focus. Favor, don't lose focus. Emmanuel, whoever is listening, do not lose focus. So, very important to have a focus and maintain the focus. And you have to be consistent. Consistency in all the positive things that you have brought around yourself, the boundaries, everything. Don't say, you know what, don't sell your dignity or your integrity for a temporary, achievement, for something that is temporal. Don't sell your integrity for something that is temporal. Integrity is a lot when it has to do with your career, your goals in life, your relationship, and everything around you. Because if you have integrity, it helps you have a healthy mindset, because people will start trusting you a whole lot. So integrity is very important. So do not sell out your integrity, your honesty, or your brand because of something temporal. All right. So, how can I maintain healthy relationships for a progressive career? I talked about be clear about what you want, set healthy boundaries, communicate often, read books, inspiring books, have a growth mindset, maintain a grit mindset, discuss goals and dreams, have a focus. And then, lastly, I talked about tips to building healthy relationships around your career and workplace. Number one, I repeat, tips to building healthy relationships around your career or workplace. Understand your strengths and weakness. That is number one. Understand your strength and weakness. So, if you understand your strength and weakness, it helps you build a career that is unshakable or a brand or business because you know that this is what I can do. I have the energy for this. This is not what I cannot do. There's happiness in what you can do. You find so much happiness in the things that you can do, and then you do them you do them easily, without difficulty. When these things are brought to your table, you achieve them easily because what those are where your strengths are. So you'll be able to you need to be able to understand or in order to build healthy relationships around your workplace and then impress people with your energy and skills. Skills very important. See, the last person that was speaking, he talked about Google. Google is your friend. Everything you need is on Google. I'm bringing it down to internet. Social media is your friend. I'm currently going through a course, a virtual assistant course. The advert was on my timeline on Facebook, and I clicked on it. I registered to take a quiz or something like a test. That test took me about 1 hour 40 minutes. I did that test, and in the next week or days, few days thereabouts, I got an email that I've been selected for the program, and I started that program. This is going to be the fourth week of that program. This week I'm entering is the fourth week, and it's been amazing. So you'll be able to have develop skills around your career, develop skills to build healthy relationships around your workplace. Impress people with your energy and your skills. Your skills very important to her. Make the most of feedbacks. That's the third one. Feedbacks. There are negative feedbacks and there are positive feedbacks. So when people give you feedback about your work on them. Don't take it as if they don't like you. That's why they gave you that kind of feedback. Work on your feedbacks. Work on the feedbacks that you get and reviews about your product. If you have a product or you have a business or your brand, if you're a content writer, sorry, if you're a content writer, if you're a social media marketer or social media manager or something, seek for reviews from your friends or from your customer or client or your boss or your colleagues. This thing I did, what do you have to say about them? I know. Then lastly, improve on your soft skills and hard skills. Those are the kind of things our organization are looking for. Soft skill and hard skills. What can you do? What are you good at? Are you good at communication? Are you good at time management? These are your soft skills. Time management, good communication, good writing skills. All of those things like soft skill, work on them. Take trainings back to back. You can see all of those things on the internet. Take trainings and then hard skills. You can develop, you can create slides, you can a lot of things though that you can do. Are you good with project management? Are you good with data entry? Are you good with all of those different things that you can work on? If you're not good with all of those things, you can learn online. And trust me, I used to think that all those online lectures, it's not as potent as the physical lecture you have with people or lecturers or instructors. But no, this course I'm doing currently, virtual assistant, ALX virtual assistant course. You guys should watch out for that. If you're someone that, if you are into data entry, if you're into managerial kind of work, if you're into financial analyst kind of job or something, or you want to be able to do, or you want to work from home, you can take up these virtual courses. Trust me, I'm gaining a whole lot. I've met a lot of people. I've met new persons that share. My God, if you hear these people's ideas or passion about their career, my God, you'll be yeah, you'll be amazed. And of course, you'll be challenged to do more than you're doing right now. So I want you to be able to work on your skills, soft tools, hard skills, and all of that, and then maintain healthy relationship with people. Do not be the toxic person in your relationship with people or with your friends. So, in order not to have low self esteem, which will affect your mental health, and of course, if you need to have a mental health, mental well being, yes, you need to have a healthy mental health to be able to serve people and serve clients, to be able to maintain your career, and of course, build your career to the point that you want. You need to have a healthy mind, a healthy mental health. So, my darlings, I'm encouraging each and every one of us not to get discouraged, not to have low self esteem, not to have depression, because if you're alive, then there is hope that you can do better than you've done or that you're doing, and you can always improve. Yeah, so that's what I can say for now. Thank you guys so much for having me,
Wow.
and that's where I am stopping for today. Thank you, thank you,
Wow.
thank
Please let's okay, guys, let's do a wave for her. She really smashed it. Wow, I
you.
am so excited. I see my notes.
Thank you, thank you, Emmanuel.
I
Thank
actually
you.
say a lot. God bless you indeed. God bless you.
Amen.
So
Amen.
yeah. So you talked about having a great mindset, the
Yeah.
power of focus. You talked about the use of the internet, and so at the moment we don't have any questions. Okay, but I just want to ask how a lot of persons might, especially youth of today, they just want to go online to do Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, blah blah blah. Sometimes they see it as being impossible to sit down, take your phone, instead of going on Facebook, you're learning something online. So what do you have to tell such person about their mind, that mentality? What do you have to say to them?
Well, that mindset will not help you grow. Sincerely, I need to be very, very um sincere with you. That mindset will not help you grow. You see the data you are wasting every day. If you know what you can learn with your phone, you can
Mm-hmm.
improve on your writing. A lot of you write in this group, new generation. You can start. I saw someone wrote a story. She gave us the sweet part of the story on her status, and then she directed us to for you to read the complete story. You order for the
Okay.
ebook at so amount, and you can write. Are you serious? And you have a lot of things you have a good phone. My darling, you have to grow beyond fixed mindset. Your mindset is fixed and you need to work on it.
Okay.
So in order
Yeah.
to improve on that, you have to be intentional, because if I am telling you to do it now and you don't want to do it, you will not do it. So the first thing is to be intentional about your growth.
Yeah.
You have
Exactly.
to be intentional about your growth. So if you're intentional about your growth, then start from there and see how it works out for you.
Mm.
So the first thing
Wow.
is
That's
intentionality. You have to be yes.
wow. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. So another thing you talked about was impressing people with your energy and skills. Like I really like that point, impressing people, because remember they say first impression matters. But then somebody might be asking, for me to start impressing people with my skill, is it not a kind of body or maybe blowing your trumpet too much? What do you have to say?
Isn't it a kind of what? You're doing too much.
Busybody, busybody, like you understand, busybody kind
Oh
of thing,
no.
or you are
Have you
trying to
heard
be
of
arrogant.
no? Have you heard of your works speaks for you? Have you heard
Yes,
of that?
yes, yes.
Great. Like you don't necessarily need to go and tell people, "Oh, see what I did? Ha! Let me do this thing, no." Oh, no, but you have to tell yourself. Do you understand? Like you don't have to do it
Okay.
arrogantly. You don't have to do it arrogantly, but then you need people's referral. If you're doing my kind of job, you need people's referral. And to be able to announce yourself to people, I'm not saying you should start doing it arrogantly. People need to be able to see the works that you've done. They need to see your previous job. They need to see the things that you've done. Like when companies want to hire you, they ask of your work experiences. Some even go as far as calling your former boss to ask for their this thing.
That
So I
that's
usually
lovely.
I have a meeting I attend every Tuesday. If you come, colleagues that used to smile with you, the kind of report they'll give about you, my dear, you'll be surprised. You'll be because they want their works, they want the boss to see their own work. You get, but that's not what I'm talking about. Your own work to speak for you. Like you will get to a point that people will not even have anything to say, any negative thing to say about your works. People just say, yeah, he supported me. And then when people are talking about who loves an affirmation, people are giving you ah positive affirmation. I want to affirm this person. He did so great this week. This person supported me this week. I had a problem with my laptop. He helped me fix it. This one, that one, that one. Those are the things I'm saying. Positive meant you have to be able to maintain that in your place of work. I'm not saying you should be a busybody, all right? Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Let your work speak for you. Because if you have negative energy around your colleagues, trust me, you wouldn't. I don't think you will last up to 6 months in that job. Yes. So that's what I'm talking about. So it's not show off. I'm not saying show off your skills. No, let your skills speak.
Speak for you.
Yes. Yeah. So that's
Wow,
it.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So earlier today we had Mr.
I
Samuel
can
join
really
us.
hear you. I can barely hear you. It's so fainty, but I'm trying to hear.
Oh dear, I am so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that earlier today we had Mr. Samuel join us and he talked about the power of the internet to learn skills, to develop yourself, right? So
Yeah.
he mentioned data scientists, mobile app development, and he talked about the place being um, the the ecosystem being friendly for just about anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to now merge it with what you are saying. Since there is an existing ecosystem that is friendly, right? We need what you taught us now, which is having a great mind, focus, and all of this that you've taught us to merge together so that at the end, the relationship we build in that ecosystem will push us forward in our career, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm
Yes.
going to thank you
Yes.
so very much. Thank you so very much for joining
Yeah.
us. Um, I can't see any question now at the moment. So, but I believe that people will have to go through the videos, and when they go through the videos, I would want them to drop the questions in the comments. So, get ready whenever you answer the question.
All right. No problem. I will. I'm
Okay.
always available. All
All
right.
right,
Thank
fine.
you so much, guys. Thank you for having
Okay.
me.
So,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.
All
Some people
right.
might want to follow you perhaps on Instagram or any of your social media handles.
Okay.
So,
My
yes.
Instagram handle is Liliad underscore J. Yeah. This is my IG handle. My
Okay.
IG handle is yeah. My IG is Liliad underscore J.
Okay.
Liliad
Really?
underscore J. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't know.
I saw it. Don't worry. I'll
Okay.
copy that.
All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So my
But
Facebook is Edward Lydia Johnson, and LinkedIn, Twitter. LinkedIn is still Edward Lydia. Yeah. So that I'll be glad to connect with some of you. I mean, a lot of you write, and if you can also share with me what you do in the comment section, I'll be able to refer you if I see a job for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It can be remote. Yeah. So it can be a remote job. So just drop a comment and I'll attend to that. Thank you so much for having me again. Thank
thank
you. All
you
right.
so
All
very
right.
much. God bless you.
You're
God.
welcome. And you too. So I think Favor joined from from the beginning I kept seeing Favor on her comment. I think I have I don't know if she prefers recharge card or data, but I have recharge card or data for her. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I have
I said
recharge card.
she's
I
not online
have
at the
rich.
moment.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay, I have recharge card for Favor.
Oh, that's beautiful. But Favor
Yes.
is not online at the moment. I think she left.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you.
So, is there a way for sorry, ma? Is there a way for her to get it?
Yeah, she can connect to me to get the card. You can, anyhow, just discuss with her. Anything you guys come up with, just let me know.
Okay, ma. I will. I
All
will.
right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You're
Yeah. God
welcome.
bless you.
All
Yeah.
right, thanks.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
Favor, wherever you are, come back. Okay. Yes. Our speaker, Miss Edward Lydia, she has something for you. She has a charge card for you. So this is her handles, her social media handles. At Instagram, she's Lilith J. On Facebook, she's Edward Lydia Johnson. And on LinkedIn, she's also Edward Lydia Johnson. So Favor Moses, right? Favor Moses, I think, yes. Favor Moses, you participated the most, okay? So reach out to her and she'll gift you your recharge card. Thank you everybody for joining. For those of us that came in, stepped in, I saw Rejoice Ogenevo, I saw Nora Ngozi, I saw Favor Moses, and every one of you that came in, breezed in. Thank you so very much for joining this session today. The replay is going to be left up here on YouTube on your favorite YouTube channel, New Generation Africa. So at any time of the day, some persons do not join it because they did not have data. I perfectly understand this is Nigeria, right? But then you can get maybe night subscriptions to watch the videos. It is very empowering. And for as much or as many of you that will be watching this video, you can scroll down to alternateskills.com. I'll put it up on the screen. Alternateskills.com. Alternateskills.com, right? So when you go to alternateskills.com, it's scrolling there across the screen. Go to alternateskills.com, you'll see it's a library of courses, different courses that you can register to learn for free. For free. And I mean it for free. Right now, there are about over 5,000 persons from different parts of the world in Europe, Americas, Africa, just all over. About 5,000 persons learning already from that site. AlternateSkill.com was co-founded by Mr. Samuel Kufre, really one of our speakers for today. So if you see this broadcast, please head on there and start your life, start a career for yourself. You could be a student, you could be a mommy, a daddy, whoever you are, there is no limitation. Just go there and learn. Go there and learn. Learn any skill. There's digital marketing, there's copywriting, there's web design, mobile app development. There's just so many things that you can do online. Okay. Again, it is alternateskills.com. So go there and enjoy yourself. Okay. Thank you so very much again. I don't like to come to end this, but I have to. It has been a wonderful session with all of you guys from everywhere you are. I want to say thank you so much. Remember, this is New Generation Africa. We are aimed or targeted at reaching out to the African youth. We want the growth of the African youth. Okay, so that's what we do. We share information, we share knowledge, we invite speakers, we do write-ups and everything that will inspire the greatness in you. We want you to be an excellent individual that will give back to the society on academic excellence, wealth creation, morals, and life principles for the youth. We love you and want to say thank you again. God bless you. Bye.